Thinking about that, plastic surgery wasn't always something I thought I needed. And basically, I really just got upset with looking at what was hanging on my body, and I thought, oh, well, go for it. And I thought age would be a factor that would hinder me from having plastic surgery. So I thought, well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, and I would consult several people and see if I was a viable candidate. And that's where I went. I had a belt lipectomy done, and it was an intensive surgery, and it was the only thing I felt and the doctor felt that really would handle the problems I had. I had excessive loose skin, and yet it was preventing me from wearing the clothes I'd like to wear. So after a thorough evaluation, the doctor suggested that this would be the best surgery for me. And that's what I had. It was a surgery that truly a circumference of your body, but I wasn't afraid. I wasn't afraid at all of it because I knew I was in good hands, and I have no regrets having had it done. I had mentioned in terms of finding a good doctor and finding the office, I was talking to my girlfriends that I was considering this, and a dear girlfriend of mine recommended Dr. Huettner. And so I thought I would make an appointment with her. I also had girls from my team suggest doctors, so she wasn't my only consult, but she was the best consult. She was the better choice, all hands down. And I have no regrets, none at all. It was phenomenal. What the doctor did, I had an experience I had never had with another surgeon. That someone wanted to take their time with me, and ask me to sit down and talk to me and get to know me. And after 45 minutes with her, I knew I was in a safe place. And no, I thank a dear girlfriend for recommending Dr. Huettner. I would say thoroughly. When I had, surgery isn't a routine with Dr. Huettner. A surgery is a personal relationship. It's a deep personal relationship. And having been with her for those 45 minutes, she thoroughly explained what would be best for me. She she went over and above board. I mean, she really was excited about meeting me and helping me. And it was a truly individualized project. It was one-on-one. Everything was explained to me, the before surgery, the after surgery, what to expect. And she was there for me. She offered to make house calls if I would need it. And, the zeal and the enthusiasm she exuded and treating me and what I needed and what was best was truly self-satisfying. Like I said before, I truly felt safe, and I knew I was in good hands. I truly did. I knew I was in good hands. I decided to go with Dr. Huettner's practice because I, she was always there for me. If I called the office and asked a question, and it was Dr. Huettner who called me back, and she was accessible at all times, and her staff was truly wonderful. And I just didn't feel like it was a puppy mill, if I have to come right out and say it. With other doctors, it was just in and out, and not sure of what was best for me. And Dr. Huettner's procedure took care of several needs, not only the loose skin, but the lipo too. And I just, all I know, all I can guarantee you is it, it was a, my gut told me I was doing the right thing. That I knew it was the right decision. There's no words to express. All I'm gonna, yeah, it was phenomenal. I've never had such a personal relationship with a surgeon who truly wanted to help me, who truly looked forward and told me the best of everything that would be for me. And there was no pressure at all. No pressure at all. It was a consult. And all I can truly say is I knew I was in the right place. I truly did. I knew I was in the right place. I can truly say that after surgery, the care I had by both the doctor and the staff was on point. It was over and above board. Every call I had, immediately I was told to come into the office. They catered to my schedule. They wanted to, I could come, scheduling was not a problem. And as far as the care, the staff was great. They showed me how to care for myself. As I think I previously said, the doctor even said she'd make a house call if I needed it. I have never heard of a surgeon offering a home visit. And they were there for me 100%. Any little issue I was afraid of, if I was afraid I was doing something wrong or addressing something wrong, a phone call and reinsurance was there. And when I'd come into the office and always was fully examined, the satisfaction, I knew I was doing things right. And they were there for me 100% of the time. Even Zoom phone calls, or if I had a question and a doctor was out of town, she returned the call personally from out of town. So there was never ever an issue with getting hold of the doctor one-on-one. And that is rare. That is a rare bird to have the doctor call you one-on-one. And the staff was amiable. And they were wonderful. They bent over backwards. And so again, that is something that I've never experienced. And I've been doctoring with several doctors for over 50 years, and this is the first. This is the first for me to have this type of treatment before surgery and the after surgery. Yeah, I knew that any phone call at any time of the day would have been addressed immediately, and that's rewarding. When you look at the credentials of a surgeon, I don't know. I don't know how many people do investigating. I did, and the double board certified was really important to me. I was pleasantly surprised to find that fact. So that in itself was it was a it was definitely the prime reason for making an appointment with Dr. Huettner. And I knew that she was well prepared and well skilled in her specialty to take care of me. So that double certification was truly important. I would encourage you that when you see Dr. Huettner, don't hesitate, don't be shy, don't be vain, don't be ashamed. I'm a private person, and I was so comfortable with the doctor that I wasn't afraid to be examined. I wasn't afraid to have photographs taken. And I wasn't afraid to ask any personal question. And I knew that she would address it and not make me feel uncomfortable. Don't don't be afraid to address the intimate things that need to be told when you have this type of surgery. Like I said, I had a belt lipectomy, and then I followed up. I was so pleased with the doctor, and I was so pleased with the treatment I had and the results. I chose to have a second surgery, and I had a thigh reduction and lipo, and that's the surgeries type I have are in intimate places, and the staff and a doctor made you feel thoroughly comfortable in showing your body and showing where the places were and asking the questions you thought you'd never ask, and feeling comfortable about it and not feeling ashamed of the way your body looked, because that is a difficult thing for a woman to do, is to expose her body and to expose the parts of her body she doesn't like, and to ask questions that perhaps they'd never dreamed they'd ask before. So don't hesitate. You will feel comfortable. You will not be made ashamed of. The confidence, the morale booster, and all the right reasons for having the surgery will be reinforced. So please ask any question you might have. There's no question that should be hidden, because they'll all be answered very comfortably, very professionally, and please do so. I beg you to do so. Having had both these surgeries has really changed my life in many ways. I'm a very active physically, and always was, but because of the excess skin I had, it hindered me from performing the way I wanted to perform, reaching for the handles, let's say, on a rowing machine. But in terms of my physical appearance, I'm in awe. I, 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 I'm not ashamed of my body. I was always told, for a woman my size, that I dressed, well, the compliment was, oh, you dress so well for your size, for what you look like. I hid my fat fairly well, but it hindered me. It hindered me from buying the clothing I wanted. And my husband states that I've looked at myself in the mirror more than I have in the last 50 years. And that's the truth. And I still look at myself in the mirror because I can't believe it's me. And I am just so happy. I am just so happy with it. And there isn't a day that goes by that I receive compliments. Not that I need them, because I've never been a vain person. And that was one of the first questions I asked the doctor. I asked her, I said, am I too vain to have surgery like this at my age? And she reassured me I wasn't. And again, she reassured me it was a personal decision. But I am thrilled at what I look like. I still can't believe it's me. And I still look in the mirror 2 or 3 times a day. So I never needed a confidence builder, because I was always a headstrong person. But I'm a happier person. And I'm thoroughly happy. I move better. And that was important to me. And I've become stronger. And because I'm willing to try more things, new things, and I never would have done before. So no regrets, even though both my surgeries were complicated. They weren't complicated. They weren't complicated. She didn't make it complicated. It was it was just a no-brainer for me in terms of preparing for the surgery, the follow-up for the surgery, and how I feel afterwards. No regrets at all. You'll love it. No regrets. Several friends approached me about my age. They said, well, why would you have something done now? And, I asked the doctor about that. I said, am I too old to have this? And she said, Vera, age is never a factor. There are other factors. For example, she knew I looked physically fit. I could handle the surgery. She knew I wasn't on very many medications, I think just 3. And she evaluated my pre-op paperwork, or the pre-interview paperwork. And, you know, age, I have no reservations in giving someone my age or my weight now. And don't make age an issue. That's a hang up you have, then dump it, because we have a lot of life to live. And today, our generation is younger. Our generation is healthier. We're younger than our parents' generation. We're more active than our parents' generation. And I think mentally we're healthier. We have a better perspective of life. So age should never be a consideration. Uh, I have no regrets having this. The only regret I have is not having done it earlier. I wished I had had this done earlier. I just didn't. I lived with my condition for so long that I just accepted it. And my regrets is not having it done, because someone said, well, you shouldn't have this done. You might die tomorrow. I said, well, I'm going to die happy. So, yeah, don't, age is never an issue. Well, you know, I can't say enough about the experiences I've had with Dr. Huettner and her staff. I can only say that I've had several other major surgeries, and this is the first one, truly the first one. After my consult, I felt safe. I felt in good hands. I would encourage everyone to step out of their box. Consults are free. Satisfy your curiosity. Do something now. Don't wait for tomorrow. Uh, Tomorrow, look now. And I encourage all my friends. I'm not ashamed to say that I needed help. Uh, I've told everyone I've met that I had this surgery, and I've had it with Dr. Huettner. And I would never, never, ever say go elsewhere. This is the place. This, because you'll, it's 100%. They handle everything. The patient rapport with the doctor is so important. And this doctor loves her work, and she welcomes every challenge, and she truly, truly wants to do the best for you and have you look your best. And there's nothing like an honest relationship with a surgeon you trust. So please, you know, don't hesitate calling this office. Don't hesitate stepping out of your box and doing something you never thought you'd do. You won't regret it.